possible. You'll notice I'll be staying relatively around my kennel. Now, I'm going to start off with introductions. Okay? So, my name is Melinda. Just let me know if I need to slow down for you. I have been professionally training for about 4 to 5 years. I got my start in Las Vegas at a Petco. Shame on me. I've worked with a variety of different dogs, everything from little toy dogs clear up to giant breeds, as well as different temperaments, everything from your extreme mellow to aggressive. Okay? So if you have any questions, I usually know the answer. If I don't, I will get back to you. I will contact fellow dog trainers, and I will do the research, and I will give you an answer. Usually by that night or by the next class period. Okay? Now I have my dog Maya here with me. I use her as a demo dog. She is a 4-year-old Australian Shepherd Lab mix. So she's relatively similar to your dog. So I will pull her out to help with socialization, to show the different commands, how they're supposed to look, and as a distraction. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me? No? Okay.
I got it! Good job!
I know my ABCs, that's it. And I'm very slow. Okay, so now I gave you guys that little booklet, right? Now if you actually open it up, I've got my business card here on the little folder page. Okay. Now, if you want to get a hold of me via phone number, it's on here. But the best way to get a hold of me is that email I penciled in. Okay. I have it set up so it goes straight to my phone, and I will not look at it during class. Okay, just so you know. So yeah, the best way to get a hold of me is by that email. If you need to miss a class for any reason, let me know. We can set up a makeup time so you're still with the class. Okay? Now, right behind that is going to be your homework for this week. Okay? I will give you little sheets like this every week. Okay? Now, attached to the homework are 4 coupons. You have a $10 off of another dog training class. So if you want to go on to intermediate, or if you want to give it to a friend, by all means. The next one is $10 off of Doggy Day Camp. It's awesome. Okay? It gets the socialization and the energy out of your dog. It's located at the Pet Hotel, which unfortunately we only have 2 in the valley, and they're not at my store. The 2 locations are Taylorsville, Redwood, and then Jordan Landing. So they're a little bit distant, but they're worth it. You have a free nail trim with our grooming salon. Those always come in handy. And then you have a $25 off of a spare, neuter, or wellness plan with Banfield. Now right behind that is paper on potty training. Are all of our dogs potty trained? Yeah?
At home at least. Excuse me, did you say outdoor dog potty training or just potty training?
Potty training in general.
That's pretty good. She does pretty well, but because of her hyperness, sometimes she has little accidents in the crate. So she's still working on it, but 60% of the time she is successful in potty training.
Okay. We'll briefly go over that then. Alright. So on this other side, I have the class schedule. This is everything we'll be doing for the 6 weeks. Okay? So if you'll notice this week we're doing the introduction to the course, obviously. Puppy massage, watch me, sit, and potty training. Now, if you're missing a week, this will tell you what is going on so you know what you missed. Okay? Alright. And then the final page, right behind that one, is my class rules. Okay? So I'm going to go briefly through these. If you actually look at them, they're pretty simple, straightforward, right? But believe it or not, there are people out there that go, oh, I hadn't thought about it that way. So we're going to go through it real quick. Number 1, be patient. Your dog does not understand the human language. Okay? Be it sign language, English, Spanish, German, whatever. Okay? So they have to learn this new language and have to bridge this language barrier. So it's going to take time. Right? It's kind of like learning a whole new language yourself. Alright, so number 2. This goes along with number 1. You got to be consistent. Okay? You have to use the same hand signal, the same verbal cue, if you're using verbal cues, so the dog understands that this is exactly what you meant. Okay? If I say sit and then sit down, the dog might get a little confused, going, is this really what you wanted, or was I supposed to do something else? Right? Also with consistency, the same rules for everybody who works with your dog. Okay? If you don't want your dog to jump on a 2-year-old, they should not be allowed to jump on you. Okay? If you don't want them to try to eat food off of your table, probably best if you don't give them table scraps. Right? So, whatever rules and words and signals you use for your dog, everybody that working with your dog has to use them. Okay?
So calm down.
Alright. Number 3, have fun. Okay? If you're having fun, your dog will have fun. And I guarantee you'll want to work with your dog a little bit more. Right? I know if I didn't enjoy doing dog training, I wouldn't be here. So have some fun. Make your training sessions 3 to 5 minutes. And that should be it. Okay? Always leave your dog wanting more. Do you like to watch TV? Those pesky little commercials that everybody hates that we mute? Yeah, perfect time to work with your dog. Okay? Is that perfect time frame with the perfect distance in between. Your dog will get more out of the training if you do just like a minute at a time, 15 times a day, than they will if you do it for an hour once a day. Okay? Number 4, sorry. Number 4. Never repeat your commands. Okay? If you ask your dog to do something, you want them to do it the first time, right? You don't want to talk yourself hoarse or get your fingers in his mouth. You want to do it the first time. So what you can do is ask them to do it. If they don't, lure them into doing it. That way they learn to do it the first time. Okay? Number 5, never work with your dog when frustrated. Okay? I've got this phrased this way for a reason. It is meaning when you as the dog owner are frustrated, or when your dog is frustrated. Because they will get frustrated. Now, if you're getting frustrated, the best thing you can do is put your dog someplace safe, such as a kennel or a safe bathroom, walk away, deal with them later. Okay? Go take a bubble bath, something. Just go cool off, come back later. Now, if your dog is frustrated, it's usually when they're trying to learn something new, right? So if they're getting frustrated trying to learn lay down, maybe go back to sit. Do sit maybe 3 times in the session. Try lay down later. Okay. Now, if you're frustrated, you're not thinking clearly. The same is true for your dog. For example, I was doing a math project for Math 1050 the other day. I was getting frustrated because it was on mortgages. Right, yeah. So, I was getting frustrated, and I just couldn't think clearly. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get past this one problem. I looked at it yesterday in class. I'm like, wait, why was I having problems with this? It's not that hard. Okay, because I was thinking clearly. So I had set it aside and tried later. Okay? Alright, so number 6.